Hi guys, welcome to Triton's Tropics today. So I've had a couple of subscribers ask me about how to ship fish. So today I'm going to go over my shipping process and how I go about shipping my fish. I have 4 boxes to ship out today. First thing I'm going to go over is the heat packs. So a lot of controversy online. People are like, what heat packs do I use to ship my fish? The ones that Triton's Tropics use, and the only ones I use, are the 72-hour Uniheat heat packs. I've had fish show up at someone's house that's taken 4 days to 5 days to get there, and these heat packs are still warm. I've seen people talk about these. These are for us, and you can buy them at Walmart for $1. They are a waste. I bought one just to show you what not to use. Do not use these hot hands super warmer heat packs. One time I did a little test a couple of years back, and I put some in between the insulation and the outside of the box because I was shipping to a mountain where it was -7 degrees, and the fish actually survived. But I put these all 4 walls around my box, just for extra added heat barrier. But if you're just shipping, I still added this with it. So this is something that still has to be added with it. I use these boxes for just a trio. I will use these boxes here. As you see, they are the small international boxes for a trio, or if I'm shipping small fry or juvies, I will use these. You can only fit maybe three, maybe 4 bags in here with the heat pack. So they are small. They are more cost effective sometimes because they go by weight versus just a regular standard rate on a medium sized box. The medium flat rate priority boxes, they range about, it just depends. I charge $16 to $17 for shipping due to the fact that my heat pack cost me $2. The bags cost me money. The insulation, the styrofoam that goes inside the box also costs me money. So I charge about $17, but on a medium box, if you're getting a lot of fish from me, it's $15 flat. So I'm only making an extra $2 to cover the heat pack that costs $2 by itself. So I try to be fair on shipping prices. I actually don't try to overcharge for shipping. But I use these small ones. Like today I have 4 shipping orders going out. So as you can see, I already have all 4 of my boxes ready. And all 4 of these boxes are already styrofoam insulated. I have my heat packs out here, my Uniheat heat packs. They are actually like this. I also have all 4 of my invoices. I have my priority stickers. You get an invoice from Triton's Tropics here. On the invoice, it will be my actual invoice for what you purchased. And then I have an acclimation sheet that I actually put with the fish, so that way you know how to acclimate them once you receive them. On the shipping, I'm going to pretty much show y'all guys today what exactly I do. So I'm actually looking at this invoice right here. The invoice tells me that this guy purchased from me a young jade mosaic Dumbo ear juvie pack, which comes with 3 males and 3 females. They're younger, about 2 months old. So they are getting their Dumbo wings in, but they're not fully grown yet. In about like 3 weeks, he should already have them pre-hit and bred. So I'm going to show y'all how I box those today, and how I actually package them, how I rubber band them, how I do the bags, and go from there. And I'll show y'all how I put them in the box, how I do the heat pack. So first of all, what I'm going to do is all 4 of my boxes, because I live in Oklahoma, are going to receive heat packs. So I'm going to open each one of these individual heat packs, just like this. All 4 of them at once. I know this sounds weird. But as I open them, I actually let them start heating up in the box while I'm bagging fish. Reason being is because, let's say I go to put the fish in the box and the heat pack is not hot. I know it's a dud. If the heat pack doesn't heat up, then I know it's not going to be good to put in there with the fish, and I will open another one. I've never had any problems with my heat packs not working, but I like to do this. That gives them time. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the box now. Always make sure when you do this, this is what I do. I actually take a piece of newspaper like this. I put the heat pack, if y'all can see, I put the heat pack in the newspaper like this. I roll it a couple of times. I fold it over like this. And that way it gives you a little bit of a separation between the fish and the heat pack. You don't want it to be directly touching the bag of the fish. So I'm going to take my box. I'm going to pull my styrofoam piece off. If you notice, all my styrofoam looks like this. It's a complete sealed box, so it is insulated. I will take the heat pack for now, fold it up, and I will put it in the box. Close this box back up, put it to the side. Okay? And I will keep doing that with all 4 of these, because these are the ones that need to heat up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab me 4 sheets of newspaper. I get these newspapers, I know it's kind of crazy, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all my little secret. I get these free newspapers all the time. Sometimes they'll be in Subway, sometimes they'll be other places, but I get them and I use them because they're free and they're perfect size for the bags. And I keep them. So second box, taking the styrofoam out, putting the heat pack in there, closing it back up, giving it time to start heating up while I'm bagging fish. Repeating my process. So I grabbed 4 sheets of paper, wrapping it up like this, folding it like this, putting it in the box. That way your box is nice and warm too by the time the fish actually get put in the box. Do this last one and then I'm going to show y'all how I bag fish. I want to thank you to all my new subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't been on here. This past week I had a family member that was tested positive for COVID, so it's been kind of a battle. Y'all know with COVID, as well as everybody, that it can be a serious situation. So I had to go to Texas to be with that person, and yeah, so let's hope that there's a swift recovery and that person recovers. I don't want to mention, it's a cousin of mine, but yeah, so it's just, that's why I haven't been on here, so I apologize to all my subscribers. I know I told y'all 3 times a week I would try to post up videos, but I've had a lot of family things going on. Okay, so my next process I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. So these are the Dumbo ears, the young juvies, the young juvenile jade mosaic Dumbo ears. If you can see, they've already started to get their Dumbo ears, but they're still young. These are probably about 2.5 months old. So they haven't quite started to fill out completely with color and everything. So they're getting there. So there's 3 females in here, 3 males, and I actually threw in an extra younger one just because I always throw in freebies. Just to give y'all a little heads up, anytime I ship fish, I always throw in 1 or 2 freebies just in case something happens during shipping. And if nothing don't happen, you get a free fish. So sometimes I'll throw in free duckweed, free plants. Sometimes, like right now, if you notice, there's duckweed floating in here. So, but yeah, so what I do is I take this container, I go to the actual tank that I want to get the fish out of, and I go ahead and pull what I need for that order. Okay, if it's 2 different strains, I won't put them in the same container. I'll pull 1 strain and put it in this container, and pull another strain and put it in like this container. Okay, so this is one of my cups that I actually got from the Dollar Tree, and it actually has measurement lines on it. So it is perfect to measure the amount of water you want to go in your bag. If you see, I have a line marked here to know where my water line is, which I've been doing it so long I kind of do know. But it's about a half a cup of water. I use that amount of fresh dechlorinated water, and I also put a little shot of Stability in there. I'm not Stability Prime in there, just to cover anything for 2 days, 48 hours, ammonia or anything that the fish might build up in the bag. So I've already squirted the Prime in there. I only put like 2 drops in there just to cover it. So I also fill up both of these because, okay, so I'm doing 3 males, 3 females. So they each will get their individual bag. I actually will do it since I have a small box. I usually, since they're this young, I'll put them in pairs. So, and then I'll send the extra one. So I will be using 4 bags today for these fish. I will be putting a male and female in one, a male and female in another, and a male and female in another. That's 6 fish. And then I'm going to put the other one by itself and another one. That's his 7th fish because I always send something free. Yeah, I haven't had any problems where my fish do not arrive alive in a long time. One time, a couple of years ago, I had fish that the heat, this is how I learned about the heat packs. The heat pack didn't end up working. And I was shipping to Ames, Oklahoma, and it was so cold during that time that the fish were actually like ice when they got there. Of course, you know, the guy called me and said, my fish are here, they're freezing cold, they're dead, and one's kind of hanging on. And I just, the next following day, packed up a whole new trio of fish and sent them to him with no charge. I don't do, most of the time with my shipping things, if it's on me and the fish, something happens to where they arrive dead, I'm not going to make you pay for reship fee. I'm just going to reship you fish because I just feel like it's honesty code, and I feel like it's the best thing for anybody that buys fish to know. It's just like you go buy a pair of shoes at Ross and you don't like them and you go take them back, they just give you your money back. Me, I will try to make it right. I will reship them the order the next following business day. Now if it's on a Sunday or something, they get the order on a Saturday, I'll probably ship them on a Monday, but they will get their fish immediately. I've always followed by that code as long as I've been selling fish, and it's worked really well for me. My customers seem really, really happy with my fish. So I'm going to go ahead and bag these fish, and we'll go from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bag. These are the bags I use. They are 3 by 18. They're actually plant size bags, but I like them because they are small. They're not too wide. I used to use cordon breather bags back in the day. I would get 10 for they were almost like $1 a piece. They're good bags. They work great. They're breather bags, but I've had just the same success with these. I buy most of my shipping materials from MVP Aquatics. So from my heat packs to my bags, I use the number 16 rubber bands from Staples. This is a whole big bag. It's like $4 or $5 for this bag, and it lasts me quite a while. So I'm going to show y'all how I bag one fish and put in the box, and then we will go from there. So here we go. So first I got to separate. So I'm going to take my net and I'm going to look in here and I'll be like, okay, you're a female. So, oh, that's a male. So I'll get this male out and I'll put him in this cup. Okay. So, and then I want to put a female with him, right? Because I'm sending them 3 trios, 3 pairs pretty much. So, oh, you're the little free one. So, maybe. Okay, so I got the female. I put her in there with the male. So now you got a little female and a little Dumbo ear male in there. So I kind of blow in the bag a little bit so I know what I'm doing. I pour the fish in there. I try not to let the bag sit on the table because I don't want the fish hitting themselves. I lift it a little bit up off the table and I pour the fish in. So now you see the fish are in the bag. I get it to where I can get a good grip on it and there's a good amount of oxygen in there. I used to use, I sometimes, most of the time I put like actual oxygen in there from like the pump. But since I'm just demonstrating for y'all today, I'm going to show you how I do it. So I would tighten this bag up like this. This is about the depth of it. Okay. So when I do that, I keep twisting this around until it's tight. And then I pinch it like this. I get my 2 rubber bands. I take it like this and I put it on the bag. I make sure that the bag is tight. And then I just keep twisting until it's so tight that no water could leak out. I know this sounds crazy, but I know people use 2 shipping bags to bag their fish. I don't like doing that. So what I do when I have this extra amount left is I take it and I'll snip it off. Let me get my scissors. Trying to demonstrate for y'all is not going the way that it would go if I was doing it and just going with it. So, okay, so that's your bag of fish. It's bagged in there. It's got enough water. It's got everything it needs. So, I'm going to open this box. I'm going to fill the heat pack, see where it's at. Yes, it's already starting to get warm. So, that's great. So, what I do after I'm done bagging that fish is I go ahead and I get newspaper. So here's my sheet of newspaper. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to take the bag of fish. I'm going to roll it in the newspaper like this so it has more insulation. I look and see, I look in here and I see how the tie is facing. So when the tie is facing up, that's how you want it. Then you put it like this, and you're going to insert the fish right here in the box. See, it fits perfectly in there, okay? First bag of fish, done. On to the second one. So that's just how I do it. That's how my process is. I do that over and over and over with each fish. Like today I have 4 orders. So, I got these fish already pulled. I'm going to go ahead and bag them real quick, put them in this box. I lined them, like I showed y'all, long ways like this. So, let's say that the UPS decides they want to flip the box upside down. These fish ain't moving because they're in there just right. And that's how you want them to be. Yeah, so that's kind of how I ship fish over here at Triton's Tropix, and it's a good process. I haven't had any problems all the years I've been shipping. My fish get there, they get there healthy. Like I said, if I've had one or something, I've sent them extras, and so they're covered. So, and if nothing happens, which most of the time that's what happens, nothing happens, they get free fish. So, yeah, I do use these bags. I get 100 at a time from MVP Aquatics. And they charge me, I think he's like $6 on Aquabit for them. I've been dealing with Mark for years, so I order these from him all the time. Also, I order my heat packs. Mark usually sells them in bundle packs. I usually order sometimes 10 to 20 at a time. So, he's really reasonable on his prices for his heat packs as well. On here, I create the live fish things, and I used to use just the stickers. But then the stickers would get wet with the weather conditions, or if it was raining outside or whatever, and it would be all smeared, and the post people couldn't see it said live fish, because I used to order them online and have them send me a roll of live fish stickers, like neon orange. So I was like, wait a minute, I'm spending this money, and then these people are getting the boxes, and you can't even read the live fish because the ink is bleeding off. So I came up with an idea where I create my live fish sticker, I stick it on here. I put tape over it, so it's got a barrier from rain or snow or weather conditions or whatever. So it's been working really well where people get their fish and it says live fish keep warm. So there's been a controversy debate about Should I put live fish on my box? Should I not put live fish on my box? I see it on forums. I see it on groups all the time. People are like, what's the controversy with putting live fish on the box and what's not? I've had customers tell me, please don't put live fish on my box because of my post office. I always explain to them that I'm going to do that anyway. Reason being is because I've done it either both ways. I've done it without putting live fish on the box, and I've done it with putting live fish on the box. And I will tell you honestly, from my experience, putting live fish on the box, I've had postal people, post workers tell me, if I would have known it said live fish on the box, I would have pushed that box through faster because I knew there was live animals in there, and I love animals. Then I've had post people say, well, I'm sorry your package got lost. It's going to be a couple of days late. We didn't know there was live animals in there. So, to me, I put live fish on my boxes. I think is the best thing to do, because there's always debates about, I'm not doing that because they don't need to know, and you know, it's just going to make them damage the box worse. They're going to damage the box with or without the sticker if they want to damage a box. Okay, so I put live fish on there. That is completely optional to whoever decides to ship fish, if they want to put live fish or not. Also on shipping, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell y'all. So I use stuffing sometimes, and I'll explain to y'all what I use. I actually just brought a little bit up here to show you because I have a big thing of it. Peanuts. I use them sometimes if it's severe cold weather. This weather today is not too cold. You kind of have to watch weathers. I also look up every person's address the day of shipping. I look up, okay, this is going to Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'll look up and say, okay, what's my weather like for 5 days in Oklahoma? Okay, my weather's 40s for the lows, 70s for the highs. Okay, what's their weather like in Las Vegas? Because these heat packs will heat the box up 15 degrees hotter than. So if their weather outside is 70, the box might be 85. Maybe 80, 85, somewhere in there. You got to make sure that the heat is not going to be too hot. It's going to kill your fish. But anyway, this guy in Las Vegas, his highs are 70 something, and his lows are 40 something. My lows are like in the 30s. I'm fixing to have a cold front coming through. So I'm putting a heat pack in his box. I know it's going to Vegas, but I don't know if it's going to get held in Tulsa's distribution center and overnight tonight, and it'd be 38 degrees outside, and the fish freeze in that distribution center. So it's a seat cover yourself CYA issue to make sure you look at each person's address where they're going. Like I looked at the next person's address. I looked at the next person's address. This one here, they're going to Maple Heights, Ohio. Looked up their 5-day forecast. South Carolina, Texas. So I look and I see where they're shipping to. Look at their 5 days. Look at my 5 days. If it's cold in both directions, they get a heat pack. I just don't put it directly. With the heat pack, since I'm showing this to you now, I'll go ahead and show you this before I get off with y'all. But I tape my heat packs like this with the red line showing to the fish, red line facing the fish like this. So the red line on the heat pack, you'll see it going down the heat pack, would be facing down. I tape it like this. That way when I sit this in there and close it, it's getting distributed to all fish. It's like having a heat lamp over them. So, but that's a little bit about how I ship fish here at Triton's Tropix. Like I said, if y'all have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I apologize I wasn't on here last week. I had a lot of things going on with family. So I will try to get another video up, and probably by tomorrow I will have another video up talking about some water quality issues and how you go about water perimeters and how you go about checking them. So if you have any more questions or you just want to talk with me, leave me comments down below. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. If not, y'all guys stay safe out there. I know it's starting to get cold. Y'all keep warm, and I pray for all your family and everybody to stay safe. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.